Okay, Hare Krishna. Welcome all of you to Balakrishna Gurukul Week 3. So before starting today's session, we shall just recall the last week's session with a game. Okay. So be all of you ready to answer. So remind yourselves what we had learned, So let's see who answers these questions. Okay. So actually now let me call out one by one so that you all can get a chance. Okay. Achyut, which number you want to answer?
Me, Mataji.
Achyuta, yes.
3.
3. Okay. Try. Will you all be like sparrow?
No, ma'am.
No.
Why?
Ma'am, yes, ma'am. I will be like Sparrow, ma'am. I'll be hardworking, ma'am.
Good, Pragna. You remember last week which story we had learned?
Even me also, ma'am.
Nice.
Me also, ma'am.
Huh? So how was the sparrow actually? Who is going to answer that? I think it's the
Ma'am,
question.
it was hardworking, ma'am.
It was hardworking and determined, isn't it? Yeah. So now the question to Mohit. Mohit, you're there?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Which number you want?
Ma'am. Ma'am, 1, ma'am.
Okay. Yes. Tell me the moral of the story. Last week we had learned the Garuda and Sparrow, isn't it?
Yes, ma'am.
What is the moral from that we learned?
Ma'am, we should help each other, ma'am.
Yeah, main one word that is very important in our life. Just also I told. Others?
Ma'am, we should be hardworking.
Yes, very good. One more word. I'm expecting that word. Puneet, Arvind, you can try.
Ma'am, we should be kind, ma'am.
Yes.
Faith in God only.
Sajin, I can't hear you. No, your voice is breaking now.
Ma'am, we should I be didn't say anything, ma'am.
Okay, let me tell you, I could not hear Sajin what he said. It is determination. Determination is the greatest virtue. That is the moral that we learned. That
Okay, ma'am.
Sparrow was so determined, what it needs, it had that much hard work it had done, isn't it? So that is needed. Determination is needed in whatever we are doing, right? Okay, now Pragna's chance.
One time. Ma'am, 4.
Pragna, yeah, you tell me more which number?
Ma'am, 5.
5. Yes, Bhagavad Gita has how many chapters?
18.
Yeah, very good. Yes, then Puneet, which number you want?
Mataji, 6.
Who spoke this shloka? Karpanya dosho.
Krishna. Arjun.
Arjuna, yes. Right, okay. With a fluke he answered. Yeah. Then who did not get chance? Sanjan, will you try?
Ma'am, me, ma'am. Ma'am, Arvind, ma'am.
Yeah, Arvind, you. Yes, please.
Ma'am, number 7, ma'am.
7. Yes. So in this shloka, let me give the clear explanation of this question. Arjuna has spoken this shloka, we know now. So what he has done in this, like in this shloka, what he is saying exactly to Krishna?
Ma'am, he is saying that I should kill my brothers and cousins, ma'am. That's why I don't want to kill them, he was saying, ma'am.
Okay, that he understood before this itself. So now he is doing something else. What is that word exactly? Anybody else? One word, that answer is one word. Anybody else knows? Okay, let me tell you, it is Arjuna is surrendering to Krishna. Surrender. Okay, Sharanagati. He is taking the shelter. He wants to take the shelter of Krishna. No, you have to show me the right way. What is good, you only tell me. What is Shreyas? No, Shreyas means at the best. To the best, what is good, that you tell me, that I will do. Okay. Accepting Krishna as the Guru here. So even in our life, we need a spiritual master, we need a Guru to guide us properly. Okay. So remaining one question, Sajin, you can try, otherwise others you can answer. So we saw this Garuda and Sparrow, isn't it? That story. So that Garuda is who? Like, what to say? Who is that Garuda? Whom we call, what is special about that Garuda?
It's like a bird.
It's a bird, yeah, sure. And also, others?
Vehicle of Vishnu.
Yes, vehicle of Lord Vishnu. Okay, so remember that.
vehicle.
No, vehicle. Vahana, Garuda Vahana, you may have heard, isn't it? So Vahana of Lord Vishnu. So wherever you go to the Venkateshwara temple, no? Especially the Vishnu's temple, you can see the Garuda there. And you can see the, the celebration of Garuda Vahana, they say. Okay, so we can see even the Lord, no, they have the Vahana vehicle. Lord Ganesha's vehicle is what?
Rat.
Rat.
What? Rat. Actually, family rat we can say, but there is a name, particular name.
Ma'am?
Yeah, tell me.
Ma'am, Harini also will join, ma'am.
Yeah, sure.
I'll join, he'll join in another phone, ma'am.
Yeah, okay, dear.
Okay, ma'am, I'll make
Follow
join.
like her, yes.
Mushika.
Mushaka, yes, Mushaka Vahana, isn't it? Mushak. Very good. And then Lord Subramanya, Lord Muruga, what is the Vahana?
Peacock.
Peacock. Yes, very good.
Hare Krishna, ma'am.
Hare Krishna, dear. How are you?
I am fine, ma'am.
Nice. So you are also there to listen to me today. What new
Yes,
thing you are going to learn, share with your mother. Okay, I will speak to your mother later. Huh?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, dear. Yes. Nice. So this is what, no, just thought of recalling our last week portion. And today now we'll move on to this week's portion. Today for a change, no, we are going to start with the shloka and in between we are going to see the story. Okay. This
Okay,
Bhagavad
Mataji.
Gita, you all know now we have started learning of this. So wherein we can understand it's the conversation, just like I'm talking to you all and you will also answer in between, or you may also talk to me, isn't it? Just like that, Krishna is speaking to Arjuna. When actually Krishna speaks means after Arjuna surrenders to Krishna, like he is in total confusion, no? What next he has to do, he doesn't know. Okay. Sometimes even in our daily routine, we are undergoing this decision making. We have to take the decision. Just for example, traveling from Mumbai to Delhi. If we take whether to go in train or whether to take a bus, no, it's our choice. We have to decide and how to go to the bus stand, like whether to take a auto rickshaw or a car or whatever, no, we have to choose. That decision making is needed. For simple things, we are taking decision every now and then, isn't it? So the same way in life also, every, like what to say, at certain times, we have to take a proper decision. So in that condition now, Arjuna is in the confusion of taking decision. And he has surrendered to Krishna, that we saw in the last week class. Now further, what Krishna is going to say, no, that we are going to see today. That important shloka is 2.11. What it is? 2.11, wherein now only Krishna has started speaking. In this shloka only Krishna starts speaking. So until now, like from the first chapter until the 10th shloka of the second chapter, it is like setting the scene. We have to know the situation, isn't it? Even a movie, when it starts, no, there is the beginning introduction is there. Then only we can understand that story. We can relate that story, isn't it? The same way, actually, even Bhagavad Gita is made like that only. So in the first chapter, the scene was set. Now Arjuna is under total confusion and he surrendered. Now what Krishna is going to advise, whether Arjuna is correct or not, that we shall see from now on. And these teachings, whatever teachings that Krishna is going to give, that all we in our life we can apply, we can utilize. Okay. So now moving on to the shloka. First, let's recite the shloka and then we'll see how much we can understand from it. So all these teachings, what we are learning is from the inspiration of the teachings of His Divine Grace, A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Prabhupada. He's an Acharya, the ideal teacher, who teaches by example, right? So today's verse is 2.11. So this is the Bhagavad Gita commentary, which he had written by Srila Prabhupada, Bhagavad Gita as it is. So just as it is how Krishna has spoken, the same way it is being presented in this Bhagavad Gita. Right? So if you don't have, you can get it from any nearby ISKCON center if possible, or else I have shared the Veda based link, the website link. From that you can take. Okay, dear. Now the shloka, I'll recite. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashocyanandashocastvam Prajnavadamscha bhashase Ghatasun Hagatasumscha Nanushojanti Panditaha. Let me repeat. Shri Bhagavan Uvacha Ashocyan Andashocastvam Prajnavadamscha bhashase Ghatasunagatasumscha Nanushojanti Panditaha. So this is the shloka. Anybody can read the translation.
Ma'am, I
Yes,
can.
yes, Pragya.
Ma'am, I'll read, ma'am.
Okay.
The Supreme Personality of Godhead said while speaking learned words, "You are mourning for what is not worthy of grief. Those who are wise lament neither for the living nor for the dead."
Good. Yes. Now let's try to understand. Okay. I have told you this is the first shloka in Bhagavad Gita where Krishna speaks. And if we observe in Bhagavad Gita, wherever Arjuna has spoken, it is mentioned Arjuna Uvacha. Okay. First shloka we saw, it was written Dhritarashtra Uvacha. Dhritarashtra spoke, so Dhritarashtra Uvacha. And wherever Sanjaya has spoken, the secretary of Dhritarashtra, wherever he has spoken, there it is clearly mentioned Sanjaya Uvacha. Okay, but wherever Krishna has spoken, there Sri Bhagavan Uvacha has been written. Right? So this Bhagavan, is so special to understand, that Bhagavan means one who possesses the 6 Aishwaryas, 6 opulences, incomplete. This Bhagavan word, I will explain you in the next class. This indicates only Krishna, only Sri Krishna, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Okay, regarding this word, I will explain to you in the next class, okay, in detail, right? Now, coming to the shloka, Ashocyan Anvashochastvam. Krishna is telling now to Arjuna, just like when we go to doctor, we have some illness and we have gone to doctor, what will actually doctor do? He will first diagnose us, isn't it? Then only, like, he will ask so many questions one by one, what happened, like when the fever came, all those, so many things he will ask, and then he will check our pulse, all those, and then only he will come to one conclusion kind, and then he will prescribe us the medicine or further treatment. Yes, no? Now Arjuna has surrendered, right? He has accepted Krishna as the Guru. And now Krishna, first of all, no, he is no, just like diagnosing, the doctor diagnoses, even Krishna is doing that only. And when we take the example of our parents, no, like when we do something wrong or some thing which, no, some issue, no, for that, what your mother or father will say first thing, you're still not that much big. I mean, you may not be able to understand things, or they may immediately scold you, isn't it? Why did you do like that? No, these may be the questions or the way they may deal certain situations. Similarly, here Krishna also is telling, you're thinking, he's telling Arjuna, you're thinking as if you are the great scholar, and you're thinking which is not at all needed. That is what in the first line, Ashochan Anvashochastvam. You are just thinking which is not worthy enough. Why you are thinking like these things? Just like prajna. Prajna means actually what? Prajna also, here also in our class, prajna is there. What is the meaning of prajna?
Ma'am, knowledge, buddhi.
Knowledge, yeah, as a scholar, no? How we are speaking like a scholar? That's what Krishna is asking Arjuna. Why you're talking like just like a scholar, no? So now, see, we can understand from here that Arjuna, whatever he has told, no, that I am worrying, no, how can I kill these relatives of mine? All these are not necessary at all. That we can understand from here. And for this scholar, no, we can see one story now and then come back to shloka again. So you all are ready for the shloka now? Sorry, story now?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Harini now, okay, story, right?
No, ma'am.
Now I will speak, now I will tell, that you listen and then tell me how did you feel, okay? Where is the story? I have closed, 1 second, let me open that. By mistake, I have closed that. Yeah, you all can see?
Yes, ma'am.
So, this story is about a boatman and a scholar, right? There was a scholar in Calcutta, right? Where actually you can see, no, from one place to another, there is a stream in between, and they have to cross that river. It happens. So, like that, this scholar, no, he was working as a professor in a university, and after his work, he had to cross the river. So he approached a boatman that evening. Okay. So there is a boatman, and this is the scholar you can observe here with the specs. Okay. So he is coming and asking the boatman, can you take me to the other side of the river to my village? Okay. So then boatman also said, yes, sure, I will take you, sir. You can just take the seat, no? You can sit in the boat. So he also got into the boat, and then now boatman started rowing the boat. Okay. So while rowing the boat, only this professor and the boatman is in the boat. So this professor, no, it will take a little long, right? Maybe or some 15-20 minutes odd to cross that river. So he thought, let me talk something. We also know when we go in a bus or train, no, we tend to speak to even some strangers also. Yes, no? Or those may ask us some questions also, isn't it? So similarly here also the scholar, he started talking to boatman. My dear boatman, do you know what is astronomy? He's a boatman, and he's asking about astronomy, how the stars are all moving. Do you know? He's asking. So for that, the boatman said, no, not at all, sir. I just row this boat to cross the river. That's it. So he said he doesn't know astronomy. So now the boat is moving, the boatman is rowing, and further, immediately now, after a second or two, this professor is saying, 25% of your life you wasted. No? You don't know anything. So then further, he posed one more question to the boatman. You know the meteorology? Do you know about the temperature, pressure, all these things? No, then they say the storm and all is going to come. No, how it is and all, do you know? For that, immediately the boatman said, no, sir, I'm a poor man. I don't know what you are telling. So then further, now immediately this professor, no, he is replying, 50% of your life you wasted. You've lost the time in your life, like anything, no? Now boatman, further, no, is rowing, and this scholar again he is thinking one more question, and he posed that to the boatman regarding something about the mathematics, some probability or something like that. No, some of you, I think 9th standard, maybe
Ma'am,
probably.
statistics.
Yeah, regarding the statistics. Not even the 6th, 7th children may not know this. That kind of question he is posing. So now what this boatman may answer, tell me. He will sure, no, he may not know. He doesn't know. He just said, I know, sir, I can just row this boat across the river. That is my duty or the work. Okay. So now this scholar is saying, oh, 75% of your life is lost. And now what happened, you know? All of a sudden, there was a cloud, the two black clouds in the sky, and there was storm. And now this boatman is asking one question. What is that? Sir, do you know how to swim? So, and you can observe whenever the boatman is speaking, he is so humble in whatever he is speaking. And that professor or that scholar, he is in the, what to say, the proudness is there. That humbleness we cannot see in him. In that way, he is posing the questions and all to this boatman. Now, this question, what he asked, no? Now, professor is all totally gone, no? He said, now, no, I don't know how to swim. How to swim? So now he's afraid because there is so much heavy storm and the dark clouds are there. So it's for sure it is going to rain, and no, we can see the floods over there, maybe like that the situation is. And this boatman, he did not no further ask anything or just said one line and he jumped into the river. He said, then you have lost your life 100%. You're going to be drowned. Okay, and this boatman jumped and he swam across the river to save his life. Now, see, we have to know swimming. He's saying finally, we have to know the swimming to save our lives. No, the rest of the way to save our lives. He said, and this is what we can understand. And this scholar, he is drowning and he's shouting for the help. So he was posing so many questions, which actually may or may not be helpful for the life. But from exactly in this story, he should have learned what? The swimming. As to like his city was across the river, so he must be knowing the swimming, which is necessary for his life, isn't it? But he didn't know. The same way, what is necessary for our life, that we have to learn. So why I spoke, dear? Tell me. Okay.
Nothing, ma'am, by mystery and
Okay, fine. So why I told this story is in this shloka, because Arjuna is speaking, Krishna is telling, okay, Krishna is telling, Arjuna is speaking just like one scholar, which is not actually, means, I mean, Arjuna should not speak like these things. There is something beyond that, which is great knowledge that he has to get. That knowledge, Krishna is going to give us further. Okay. So from this story, what moral we learned is we have to learn what is needed to our life journey. In that too, regarding the spiritual knowledge, we should learn. Okay. So this moral you can read, which actually was spoken by Srila Prabhupada on his own, right? His words, these are his words. One of you read this. Who is ready?
Yes, ma'am.
Ma'am,
Yeah.
I'll read, ma'am.
Ma'am, I will.
Read the moral.
All of
even
you
me
are
also.
ready. Okay, Sajin, you read.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, can you move that black color? Something is blocking the view. Okay.
Is it so?
Whatever else we may I read? Okay. Whatever else we may learn in our life's journey, there is one thing we all need to know: how to cross safely to the spiritual world. When our material world capsizes, therefore, while the technological science can analyze things and perhaps make our voyage more comfortable, we need the East spiritual science to make it more successful.
Yes, Hare Krishna. Thank you, dear. See, Prabhupada, when he went to New York, there he spoke these words. Okay. See, we can know we have been getting developed, means we are in the developing stage. For technologically, we are developing for sure. Scientifically also, we are developing, isn't it? Only that things may not be like, is not sufficient. What Prabhupada is telling is, we have to even learn the spiritual science, which is from the East, means that is from India. It's already in the West, so he is pointing out to the East. Okay, dear. So from India, from our scriptures, from the Vedas, we have to understand the spiritual science to make our life successful. Okay, that's what the message that is being given from here. So whatever we learn only from the school is not sufficient. Okay, that is important. That may not be sufficient. We have to even learn from the spiritual science, that is from Bhagavad Gita, Bhagavatam. Okay, from that if we learn, we can be successful in our life. Okay, did you like the story? You could understand? Do you have any doubt from in
Yes,
this?
ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am, actually.
Yes, ma'am.
Harini, you could follow?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, this story I'll share, this PDF I will share. You all can read once again. If there is any doubt, you can ask me, okay?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah, now further we'll continue with the shloka. So Krishna, now he told Arjuna that you are just speaking like a scholar, which is not actually worth enough, right? And one more thing he is mainly telling is Gatasun Agatam Sumscha and Nanu Shochanti Panditaha. Panditaha again is like Prajna, okay? Pandita means one who is learned, already learned. So that kind of persons, one who has the complete knowledge of the spiritual science and all, they will not lament. Na shochanti, nanu shochanti means they will not lament. What is lamentation? Lament. Lament means sadness or crying. Okay. They will not lament means they will not cry. So for what they will not cry? Gatasun, agatasums. Agatasun, actually, that is agatasun, and it is added with one more word, so it becomes agatasuns. Okay, so gatasun means which is gone, life that has been gone. Okay, gata means gone, lost. Asun, that is what? Life. Okay, so life which is passed from. So what life is passed from? Agatha means the opposite. Okay, gatasun, agatasun, it is the opposite. So life is passed away and life which is not passed away, Krishna is telling. What is that? I will share one more picture. I will explain that. Okay. Are you able to follow everybody?
Yes, ma'am. Ma'am, I have a doubt, ma'am. Not on today's
Yes, ma'am.
topic.
Yeah.
Ma'am, are you teaching every sloka from Bhagavad Gita or something, ma'am? Or only little, ma'am? Ma'am, I can't hear you.
Gita only I'm teaching here.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah. Because we had already learned, our theme is that only. There are 700 shlokas, out of which 108 is so important. From that 108 only, I'm going in a sequence only, okay?
Okay, ma'am.
First shloka we started and we are going now in the second chapter, whichever important shlokas are, and then we'll go to third chapter and further like that.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Yes, yes. Where I have kept that. Okay. Now see in this picture. So what Krishna is telling Arjuna now is our body, what we can see. that is made up of the Panchabhutas. I think I spoke this last week also, which we are able to see, that is the gross body, right? And which is inside us, which we cannot see, but it is present, that is subtle body. This gross body consists of this eyes, nose, ear, all these, all the parts that we can see. I mean, the entire body, physical body that we can see is the gross body. Okay. And subtle body is what we cannot see, but it is present. That is mind. We all have mind, isn't it? Can I say, like, just because I don't see your mind, I cannot say you don't have mind, isn't it? There is mind. Above that, there is intelligence, buddhi. Each one of us has the intelligence. It may vary. The intelligence quotient may vary, but there is intelligence, isn't it? And above that is what? The mind, intelligence, and false ego, ahamkara. Ahamkara means not the one which we generally speak, not that ego. Okay, this is a false ego, thinking that I am the body. That is, these three are the subtle body: mind, intelligence, and false ego is the subtle body. Okay. Gross body is what we see, the physical body. Subtle body is mind, intelligence, and false ego. Okay. So, gata soon, life which is past. What is passes from the body? You can see, if somebody passes away, somebody dies, we can see that body is lying there only. But we say it is the dead body, means something has gone away. He has gone away, we speak, isn't it? Who has gone away from there?
Soul.
From there, soul has gone. And we need to observe that gross body is there only. The subtle body goes along with the spirit soul. Okay, with that Atma, that spirit soul, when it goes, the subtle body also goes with it. Okay, that's why we can see some, when they are so small, just 1-2 years, we can see they are so talented, maybe in a particular field. Maybe in singing, they are so talented. We can see some are very good at drawing, no? In 3-4 years itself, they are so good in drawing. There are different talents in very small kids, no? That is because they have got the practice in their previous birth. Okay. So further, we will see how we are actually taking birth after death. We are going in a cycle. We can see that. In further shlokas when we learn that. So this subtle body goes away and the gross body is there only. We can see when somebody has passed away, right? And the soul also passes. So what is being passed away is this subtle body, and the soul has gone from there. What is not gone is that gross body. I mean, that is lying there only. And to all that, the connection is what? The super soul. This we can just compare it to our computer or the laptop. Hardware we can see, the monitor, CPU, all these we can see. That is the gross body, right? And what we cannot see is the program, the software we cannot see. But it is already being done, isn't it? We can see just the program has been done and we can see everything, the output comes out immediately, right? So that software is the subtle body. And only hardware and software is there means everything is okay or what? No, the user is needed there. Somebody has to use that, isn't it? Somebody should operate the computer with this software and hardware, then only it will work. So that user is who? The soul. We are all the souls, right? And only these three, if it is there, everything will function or what? We need electricity. That is what the super soul. We are connected to the super soul, Paramatma. Super soul is who? Paramatma. Could you understand?
Yes, Mataji.
Right? Mohit, Arvind, Achyuta, Puneet.
Yes, Mataji. Yes, ma'am.
So these things, no, gross body is the hardware. You remember like that, gross body is hardware, subtle body is software, soul is the user. And super soul, it is just like the electricity. Okay. So you all understood?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay. Nice. So this is what now Krishna is telling. You are lamenting for which it is not needed. You are crying for which it is not needed. The Panditas, the one who is having the complete knowledge, they will not lament, Krishna is telling to Arjuna, means to all of us. For small things, we start crying out, we start cribbing, something has gone away like that we do. Yes or no? We can see the small kids, if we snatch the toys from them, they will cry immediately. From there, it's like something big has happened, they will make. No? We can see. So we need to be very careful what knowledge we are going to take in, is so precious. This knowledge is going to help us in our life further, right? How did you feel? Share your understandings and all.
Ma'am, it was nice, ma'am.
Mohit and Arvind.
Nice, ma'am. Nice, ma'am.
Okay, so I let me by next week, let me see even Arvind and Mohit posting the shloka. Okay, try give few minutes in a day. Like if you try after I send, every day 2-3 minutes. If you spend, definitely you can learn one shloka in a week. Okay, so give a try. Hopefully by next week I will see the audio of Arvind and Mohit. Even Harini can try. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
Yeah, and Mahan also can try. Pragna, you can help him.
Okay, ma'am, I'll help him, ma'am.
Okay. So now is it time? 2 minutes. Yeah, let all of us know once again recite. Okay. So one by one. It will take only 5 minutes, so that everybody can hear the shloka 5-6 times, so everybody can understand that
Okay,
clearly.
ma'am.
Yes, Pragna, you can repeat, ma.
Okay.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha
Shri Bhagavan Uvacha
Ashocyananvashocastvam.
Ashokyancho Vasatvatvam.
Let me tell you one by one word. Ashocyan
Ashocyan
Anvashocastvam.
Anvachoshatvam.
Pragnavadams
Pragnavadams
Bhashase.
Prabhashase.
Gatasun.
Gatasun.
Agatasumscha.
Agatasun.
Nanushocanti.
Nanushuchanti.
Panditaha.
Panditaha.
Yes, Arvind, you can recite. Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Ashosyan.
Anvashocasvam. Prajnavadam.
Pragnavadam. Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am.
Say yes, okay.
Ma'am, 1 minute, ma'am. I will tell, ma'am.
What happened? Both, I think Arvind and Harini together you can recite.
Ma'am, I will tell.
Okay, ma'am.
Prajnavadam Shabashaste.
Pragnavadam Bahase.
Bhashase.
Bhashase.
Gatasun.
Gatasun.
Agatasumscha.
Agatasumsha.
Nanushocanti.
Nanushocanti.
Panditaha.
Panditaha.
Ma'am, I will. Hare Krishna, ma'am. Ma'am, I will tell.
Ma'am, say, ma'am.
No, who asked me now? Next, I think we can go to Mohit. Mohit.
Yes, ma'am.
can recite. Bhagavan Vacha.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha.
Ashocyan.
Asocyan.
Anvashocastvam.
Asachustam.
Prajnavadams.
Pragnavadam.
Shabashase.
Kabasate.
Gatasun.
Gatasun.
Agatasumscha.
Gasastumcha.
Nanushocanti.
Nanusocanti.
Panditaha.
Panditaha.
Very good. Yes, Sajin.
Yes, ma'am.
You know the shloka, Sajin?
Yes, Mataji.
What dear?
Ma'am, I'll join in Harini side only, ma'am. My bad has come.
Yes, Sajin. If you know, you can recite, ma.
Okay, Mataji. Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Ashoshin Anvokashatvam. Prajnavadam Sabasise. Gadatsum Agastum Ska. Nanushanti Pandidaha.
Nanushocanti panditaha.
Nanushosanti Pandidaha.
Very good. Yes, Achyut.
Yes.
You mute. You're in mute. Yes, dear. Now you say.
Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Ashocyan Anvasochvastvam. Pragnavadam cha bhashase. Gatasun agatasmunscha. Nanusocanti panditaha.
Very good. Where is Puneet?
Shri Bhagavan Vacha. Asocyananvashocastam. Prajnavadam bhashase. Gatasunagatasumcha. Nanushocanti panditaha.
Okay. So all of you have recited, isn't it? Where is Arvind? He left. Nice. Okay.
Ma'am, I'm in Harini side, ma'am.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, you told me. Right.
Ma'am?
Okay, ma. Okay, I did not observe.
Okay, ma'am.